Our next story is from Africa. It's an inspirational story about a Pan-African institution that has become a giant killer. The story is about the South Africa-based streaming platform Showmax. Showmax is going toe-to-toe with Netflix, the American streaming behemoth and the Goliath in our story. Right now, our David, Showmax, is winning. Last year, it became Africa's most subscribed streaming platform. It had 2.1 million subscribers on the continent compared to the 1.8 million paying for Netflix. Now, these numbers are small, a drop in the Netflix bucket, but they represent hope. Showmax is showing that regional players can fight off Netflix and its deep pockets, and that local expertise and ingenuity may still win the day. Here's our report.
When you think of streaming, what's the first thing that comes to mind? For most of the world, it is Netflix. It was once a mail-based video rental business, but now it is the undisputed streaming giant around the world. Netflix has about 260 million global subscribers, the highest by far. Amazon Prime comes in at second at 200 million. Then you have Disney+, Hulu, Apple TV, and all the rest. Netflix dominates the industry, with over 80 million subscribers in the US and Canada, about 46 million in Latin America and Mexico, 45.3 million in the Asia Pacific. Netflix has a stranglehold on streaming everywhere in the world. But there's still one place where the American behemoth struggles: Africa. The African continent has been resisting the onslaught. The champion of this resistance is a local player, a South Africa-based company called Showmax. Showmax entered the streaming game in 2015, and last year, reports say it pipped Netflix to the top spot in the African continent. Last November, Showmax reportedly had 2.1 million subscribers. Netflix had around 1.8 million in Africa. This is less than 1% of the total of Netflix subscribers, but that's still no mean feat. Showmax first managed to catch up to and then overtake Netflix in an entire continent. It has shown that Africa possesses some homegrown giant killers, companies that can hold their own against very deep Western pockets. So how did Showmax do it? Their strategy seems to have been going local. Showmax is available in 44 countries, all of them in Africa. It tried to focus on familiar markets. Showmax isn't exactly a startup. Its parent company is a media powerhouse in the continent called MultiChoice. MultiChoice has been active in Africa for decades, and it has used this decades-long understanding of the continent to race ahead. Showmax is known for its original African content. They appeal to the local population and in turn drive up subscriptions. Showmax plans on releasing 21 African original series this quarter alone. By the end of the year, it should have 1,300 hours of original programming. That's a boost for African viewers and content creators, and the story is just beginning. Showmax revamped its outdated app this month, Showmax 2.0. It has invested heavily in a smoother and better streaming experience, and it also has a popular offering for locals: football. Africa is crazy about football, so Showmax is offering an English Premier League only subscription. It's a way to get the beautiful game to African fans and a way to get African football fans to become paying subscribers. It's another demonstration of how the streaming platform understands its market and how it's using this insight to beat giants like Netflix. Will Showmax be able to continue its resistance? How long will it be able to hold off Netflix and all of its money? That will ultimately depend on how well they can cater to African needs and how much Africans are willing to support their local business.
From impeachments to inaugurations, if it's a political story, we are on the scene. The race for the White House is heating up.
We're beating Biden.
How dare he say that?
If it's breaking news, we're live with the latest coverage. From the White House, the State Department, and Capitol Hill, we know the issues, but above all, we know the players to bring you the latest in-depth analysis on all the key stories that we're covering. I'm Eric Ham. Join me from Washington here on Firstpost America.